I'm going to be getting into a couple things. I want to talk about sneaker of the year. I have some unboxings as normal that I want to get into. A couple shoes behind me. I'm going to wait a couple seconds just see if anyone enters the live. And yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good day so far. I like doing these lives. I've been trying to get into them like once a week, and the purpose of them is just showing some unboxings because I can just do the unboxing on the video. A lot more entertaining if I'm doing it for someone, or at least recording it. Otherwise I'm just, you know, unboxing myself. So shout out to Emery Black. Thank you, sir, or madam. I'm not sure. You always join the lives. I don't know you, but I appreciate you. I'm gonna get into this because there are people watching after the live stream is over. Sneaker of the year, Jordan 4 brick by brick. I know we've talked about this a million times. You can read it on every single blog that's out there. They're saying it is sneaker of the year, and you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I think that they'll be right. The only ones that I think might be contenders would be the undefeated 4s. Sir, okay, Emery Black, he's correcting me. He's a sir. Thank you. Undefeated 4s and maybe these Union 1s that I have over here. I think those are the only, in my eyes right now, contenders for sneaker of the year. And I just think, yes, all collabs, and not every year it needs to be a collab. I'd say the only other one that could potentially be in there is the White Cement 4. Classic, can't go wrong, beautiful shoe. Fortunately, I have them all right in front of me. Look at this. It's just a class shoe. And my 2016 pair is still very, very fresh, and I very much debated whether I needed this shoe. And obviously, when they came out, I'm like, dude, I got to pick these up. They're not going to be back for another, who knows, 8+ years, right? That's how long it took the first time, or 9 years. So I want to talk about that. If you guys have opinions, Awake, New York 5, someone said that in the comments. Leather quality is impeccable. I have not seen those in hand. I appreciate that you have mentioned those because I completely forgot about that shoe. I think that's also a contender. I heard that the black pair was a lot easier to get, obviously, than the pink pair. Personally, the pink pair is not something that like I can see myself wearing all the time. Pink shoes is a great concept for me where I'm like, oh yeah, I really want that pink shoe. And then in practice, in theory, you want it in practice, like you get maybe what, max one wear a month? Because how many clothes do you really have to match with it? You're gonna wear all black, maybe all white, right? So not a shoe right now that I'm looking to invest in, especially as I really want to wear all my shoes. But I appreciate those in the comments saying that is potentially sneaker of the year. Now, I want to get into a couple unboxings now. I have you guys, a couple people watching. Appreciate all the comments so far. I actually had the pink pair in the tumble. All right, so there you go. So someone in the comments, Emery Black, had the pink pair. I picked these up recently. Toe cap treatment. Steel 10s. Some people found these pretty tough to get for some reason. I don't know why. I think they were tough in Canada for some reason, but in other places they weren't. If you like Jordan 10s, you're obviously a fan of these. Toe cap, had no problem with. Personally, I think it's kind of a cool touch. MJ hated it. Is what it is. We don't have to talk too much about those because, yeah, I think it's a very plain, basic shoe. And those that really want it, they should be able to get it. Let's see here. Next up, gorgeous shoe. To be honest, this is a sneaker that when I first saw it, I was like kind of iffy about it because I don't like patent leather shoes. The most patent leather I have is my my Jordan 11s. You know what I mean? I don't love patent leather shoes. So did get these because I do love I do love like the whole Bapesta early 2000s vibe, and that's definitely the vibe that they give off with these. I'm not sure if Yachty wanted to do that with this shoe, but that's the vibe I get. And that era is an incredible era too. Early 2000s, you have Bapestas, you have all that. I have a couple Bapestas. I really like them. I don't wear them as much as I should. But again, that's a great little pickup. Yachty Air Force Ones, definitely a shoe up there for this year that I think could be part of a top 10 conversation, or for certain people, number one. Emery Black, I have the steel 10s with the toe cap. I like the leather on it, but the leather is thin. That's correct. I was a little bit underwhelmed with the steel 10s when I got them in hand. I'm kind of like, they could be better. So that's why I'm not really going to talk too much about them because they're not even in a top 10 sneaker of the year for me. It's just a very plain, kind of a boring shoe. Now that I got it in hand, I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I'm going to unbox a couple things. A few of these are doubles. Why am I picking up all these sneakers? Kind of like all my lives, I talk about this, especially in the last couple lives. 2025, even 2024 has been an incredible time to pick up shoes, especially if you want to get them under retail. Even on these platforms that you have to pay fees, you can even pay fees and you can get the shoe for under retail. That's how crazy it is right now. So if you are a sneaker collector, you're someone that appreciates sneakers, now's the best time to do it. It's never been like this for years and years and years. So for me to see this now, I get excited about it. Do I need all these shoes? Absolutely not. But when I see a great deal, I'm going to do it. So first shoe here, straight out the box. This is a sneaker that technically is a triple up for me, which is a little bit ridiculous. I'm not obviously going to wear all three pairs. I think that's really dumb. I will probably just stash one away, maybe get rid of another one, or use it as trade bait. This shoe, for some reason, went extremely low on StockX. Like, I'm talking like $180 to $190 Canadian before fees. I think all in all, I put a super low ball bid on these, and they closed for $190 after fees. And it was during one of those selfie promos that they run, and it sounded like someone just wanted to get rid of them. Jordan 5 Grapes, OG. We're gonna look back on this shoe when and if sneakers kind of makes that bounce back, and people are gonna say, damn, you were able, like, for all you Americans, like 180, 190 Canadian. I think that's gotta be like 150, maybe 145, 150 US. Like, that's how crazy it is. Shout out to you, Dog Dad 7, got those. Yeah. Great shoe. Great shoe. Great shoe. I would say the leather on these is better than this shoe. A million times over. You know what I mean? This is a good shoe. For you, those who haven't picked it up, if you're a Fresh Prince person, if you watch Fresh Prince growing up, this is a big one. This is going to speak to you. Even if you didn't like Fresh Prince, look at this colorway. Gorgeous shoe, great 5. Not much more to say, man. We've been so blessed this year with OG colorways. If you're into OG colorways, then it's been a fantastic year. Like I said, I have tripled up on those grapes. Why? Because they're going for stupid low prices. And that's not a justification for consuming over and over, but it is justification to say, I'm going to pick this up because I know I can trade it or sell it after and use it as trade bait for something I really want. That's kind of my mentality when it comes to shoes, especially if I can get it really cheap. I'm not a reseller in the traditional sense by any means. I don't really know how to do that at scale. There's people that do that. They make a living off it, of course. Amazing for you. For me, it's more so like, yeah, if I can score extra pair, I'm going to go ahead and keep that, stash it, especially if it's $150, $180, $200. It's not going to change my life, and then I can move it later on. This shoe right here is not the same shoe, and I'm going to show you guys what that shoe is in a second. I scooped these because, honestly, I don't really know why I got these, because I already have the old pair, and these are still fresh. 2015 Aqua 8s. A lot of you guys in the comments already have these, a fresh pair of the new ones, but I know some of you guys have the 2015 ones. And these, for me, still very, very, very intact. Fully wearable, great shoe. Now, obviously, you guys know, these came out again. Gonna unbox it with you guys. There you go. Picked it up from StockX, got them for retail because they were going pretty low, actually. And that was another situation where just scooped these up with fees, got them for around retail, under retail, at retail, around there. A good price, regardless. Now, first time seeing them in hand, based on these two, yeah, the grays are definitely a little bit different, that's for sure. I saw people blacking out the gray on this new pair. But overall, I mean, obviously the biggest thing you guys are going to see is the sparkles. I don't know if you can see that. See that one? The one right here, this one, sparkly, midsole here, pretty flat. A lot of people hated that. In this release of 2015, they hated the sparkles. Do I hate the shoe? No, I love the shoe. I think it's one of the best Jordan 8 colorways you can get. Is this a sneaker I'd pay a ton of money on? Absolutely not. I don't think I really even need this because, again, like I said, these are still going strong. And if you have old pairs, unless you really, really love the new shoe, just wear the old one, man. Because eventually, those are going to fall apart. They're going to break down on you, and you won't be able to wear them anyway. So wear them while you can, or something I like to do that hopefully you guys can understand, or maybe some of you do as well. Get rid of the old one. Get rid of the old retro prior to the new one coming out, and do it a little bit before the new one comes out, so that you can kind of like maximize how much that shoe is worth. So for example, like the Aqua 8s and the 2015 Aqua 8s, you might be able to sell those before the actual release for a decent amount. And then when the new ones come out, nobody's gonna want the old ones, right? So kind of time it correctly, and then you can get a fresh pair and maybe just pay a little bit extra. What do we got here? I'm just gonna read the comments real quick. That leather on the Great 5 is similar to the Fresh Prince pair with the no shoelace. Absolutely, I had that pair, the no lace locks, right? Some people were punching in themselves. Dog Dad, I doubled up on those. Shout out to you, Dog Dad. Good double up pair. Great 5s, like I said, I'm gonna say this right now. We're gonna look back on Great 5s and we're gonna be like, damn, I should have picked those up, because now they're going for $250, $350, like whatever it is. I'm telling you, it's gonna get there. The 2015 have the sparkle on the midsole, which is nice in my opinion. I love that take. It's a hot take because a lot of people didn't like it. I like it. Dog Dad, they're still sitting on Finish Line app. Maybe pick yourself up a pair, but on some platforms they're going for under retail. So that's, to me, that's a no-brainer. OG colorway, or at least from the OG era, you got to pick it up. You got to pick it up, because people will look back, and I've done this, we've all done this. You look back and say, oh wow, those were used to be sitting at outlets and now they're worth $800, you know? Black Cats sitting at outlets, now they're worth whatever. Like, those things do happen. So keep it in mind, man. Keep it in mind. It's one of those situations where if you're ever gonna be hesitant, this would be the year not to be hesitant, because these sneakers, man, I'm telling you, like, they're gonna go fast, and they're going for great prices. This, like I said, tripled up on the pair. Have one in my closet behind me. Just show you one. I'm gonna be really quick here. Another pair. Picked both of these up at the exact same time because I had two bids up, one right after the other one. Didn't think the second one would close because I made it even lower. Must have been the same seller. He sold the exact same, like right away. I got this other pair, like completed sale. So I was like, okay, damn. Don't know if I need that many pairs, but at the same time, this is a shoe that I can use for trade bait down the line. 100%. There's gonna be people that want this shoe. Fantastic shoe. Great 5s. Not a shoe that you're gonna be invested for resale, and this channel isn't for resale conversation because I don't know too much about that. I just know the value of something that we know, if we're collectors, is gonna go up for sure. What else we got here? They're still saying people are sleeping on the shattered backboards. 100%. I'm really happy you mentioned that. I don't have a pair of those. Shout out to my guy Chi. I don't think Chi is watching. If you know him, he has a YouTube channel. He's been around for a long time. Very low-key YouTuber, but I still keep in contact with him. I talk to him. We have a WhatsApp group, him and Zane. You guys probably know him too. And we're always just kind of talking about sneakers. And he told me, hey, I can grab you Shattereds. And I'm like, man, the Shattereds I can get too, even in Canada. It's one of those shoes that's like fairly easy to get, which, if you guys remember shattered backboards in like 2015, they were not easy to get. That shoe was extremely difficult to get. So yeah, I mean, personally, I feel as though that is a sneaker that had its moment. I don't want to say it doesn't have its moment now. I just want to say that, like, it doesn't have the same energy it did at that point. You know, there was a whole energy around sneakers, and that wasn't even like peak of sneakers. That's 2015. It's a totally different era. But if you guys remember shattered backboards back then, you couldn't get your hands on them, and everything about the shoe was great. Fantastic leather. People were just like going crazy over the materials and the color block. It was just very new, fresh, and I don't want to say revolutionary, but it was something different. And even that blocking. Remember that crazy hype around the Jordan 1 blocking that did it? Core Purples did it. The Bread Toast did it. That was something fresh and new. You bring that back 10 years later, it's not fresh and new anymore. You don't have the same energy. The people that wanted that in 2015, they either have it or they moved on. Like, dude, that 10 years ago, I was 25. You know what I mean? I was a different person. I was in my 20s. Like, I'm buying shoes. I'm having fun with it. I'm older, and I'm still collecting, but people my age have stopped. Some people have families, they have kids, they have other priorities, other things going on. They're not buying shattered backboards. That's the last thing that's on their mind, right? So it's totally changed. Now you're telling the young kid what a shattered backboard is. You see these kids now, they don't care what a shattered backboard is. They don't even know who Michael Jordan is, nor should they even care who Michael Jordan is. So the brand now is just selling to people like us. I don't know who's watching this right now, how old you guys are, but that's how I see the brand right now. What we got here? I'm just reading the comments. How would I get those new Travis Scotts on the 20th? I have no idea. I'm not good with that stuff at all. Like, I'm the worst at that stuff. Maybe someone can help them out in the comments. That's the same exact way how I felt about the Black Cat 3s. They were sitting on shelves, and after a couple months, they're in the 300, 330. Black Cat 3s are already up there? I did not know that, because I picked my Black Cat 3s up for retail, like, very, very easily. Like, they were just sitting. Like, nobody wanted those. Super different. Don't really know why that's the case. It's just a different generation thing. That's what Nick said. Shout out to you, Nick. I completely agree. Different generation. So then let me ask you, if it's a different generation, how do you reinvent the brand? How do you reinvent Jordan Brand to speak to the new generation? I need you guys to tell me in the comments, because I'm very curious. If you work at Jordan Brand, you're up in corporate, you're in the office, you're trying to figure out, how do I speak to the new kids, the kids that make things cool, not the 30, 40, 50, 60-year-old. Those guys aren't cool anymore. Who are the people pushing trend? That's the young kids. How do we speak to them? You're talking about a guy who's 60 years old, Michael Jordan. He can't even do a layup anymore. He probably can't, but you know what I mean? He's not a hooper like that people are looking at. You just hear about Michael Jordan, you don't know what his face looks like. You just know he's an old guy. So how do you reinvent the Jordan Brand to speak to the young kids? I think it's the $1 billion question. You know what I mean? So let me know in the comments. I'm curious to know what you guys think. I was just looking at Seth Fowler's review on the 2015-2025 Shattered Backboards leather quality. Nike and Jordan Brand need to do more storytelling. So absolutely, that's one thing. Thank you for calling it out. Shattered backboard quality in 2015, fantastic. We all talked about it. For those that weren't there, that was a moment where everyone was talking about how good the leather was. The quality now, I saw videos, it's not good. It's not anything to be like, wow, this is like, it's just another old plain shoe. So for them to come back and not bring the same kind of quality, bring back worse quality, no new storytelling that I'm aware of, and bring out a shoe that had its moment 10 years ago. How do you reignite that flame again? They did a horrible job, dude. And that's why it's in stores, sitting on shelves, probably going to be on sale soon. That's how crazy it is. I am so oily right now, man. That's wild. What else we got here? It's just a different generation thing. Nike and Jordan Brand need to do more storytelling. That's the answer. That is the answer. But what is the story? I don't know why. I'm sorry. I have another pair of these. So I have 4 pairs of these. If someone wants a pair of these, you might have to holler at me, man. I got too many. I didn't realize I got another pair of those. But that's a good shoe. But again, that's a good shoe to me. That's not necessarily a good shoe to like a 20-year-old kid. Like what does a 20-year-old kid need to know about Fresh Prince and The Great Five? They haven't seen that show. They don't know it, nor should they. How much time we got here? 17 minutes in. I appreciate all the comments in the chat. I really do. I love reading the chat. I love seeing the same names pop up every live. I've been trying to put out more content. If you guys watch my shorts, or if you have, or you're here because of the shorts, I appreciate it. I'm trying to put out 3 shorts a week of new, fresh content regarding footwear, fashion, streetwear, men's fashion, tailored around stuff that is relevant to people of my age group and potentially older, maybe a little bit younger, that might be interested in. But like, you're young, cool 18, 19, 20-year-old guy, you're probably not watching this channel, because I'm not talking about Hellstar and Spider and all that kind of stuff. You're never going to see me in that. So I don't know much about that either, so I can't help you. But I will be talking about, like, Jordan stuff, how to wear certain footwear, how I wear certain footwear. I'm not an expert by any means. I'm just learning like everyone else. This shoe right here, I picked these up, and this sneaker here is not a shoe that anyone really cares about, but I got these for an insane deal. I picked these up for 80 bucks, and not a shoe that I need. Definitely don't need them. Didn't love them in 2005. Don't love them now. Look at that 3M. You can see it. I have a light on right now, but that is just... And for those that are curious and don't know anything about 3M, once you wear this shoe, the creases on this are despicable. Like, it looks so bad. So Jordan Brand, yeah, this might be the last time you need to bring these out. Maybe bring them out in like 20 more years. This shoe is, I don't think many people like this shoe. I got these for $80 DS. To me, that's a steal. I'm gonna keep buying steals and use them as trade bait if I don't like the shoe. But at the same time, this is actually not a good shoe. I've never liked this shoe. I don't like this shoe now. This is an ugly shoe. I don't like 3M shoes. Creases terribly. I don't love patent leather shoes. I don't like anything that creases too much because it doesn't look good. I'm gonna read the comments real quick. Also, more ads and commercials like Charles Barkley had, not wanting to be a role model, that had people talking and then also using the Nike and Jordan Brand athletes and telling their story. Yeah, I hope someone's watching. I hope someone's like reading these comments. Emery Black, this is the user that posted that. Bro, I hope you are in like marketing or doing something, because that's absolutely it. Let's take it back real quick. Charles Barkley, the whole emphasis around some of these basketball players when they're coming up, they're badasses. You know, they're tough guys. They're people that are like, he literally was like, I'm not a role model. Like don't follow me kind of thing, which did the opposite effect. Like Nike had such great creative storytelling ways to attract the customer and be like, that's cool. Like you didn't even have to be a hooper. You could look at Charles Barkley and be like, that's cool. You know, Allen Iverson, like people were fans of Allen Iverson. That's my guy growing up, because that was from my era. When I was a kid, I saw Allen Iverson. Yeah, I played a little bit of basketball, but like I saw Allen Iverson, it's like, oh, he's the badass. You know, he doesn't go to practice. He shows up late for games. He doesn't care. He doesn't listen to his coach. He was kind of like doing what like a young kid would do to like, no, I'm not going to listen to you. Like, I'm not going to listen to someone tell me what to do. That was a mentality. It was a cool mentality for people to gravitate towards, because it was something like fresh and exciting and new. They don't do that anymore. Like, what have they done for new NBA athletes? I think the best storytelling I've seen is with Anthony Edwards, and he's with Adidas. So like, Nike's like, yo, honestly, Nike marketing has fallen off huge, like huge. And I'm just talking about basketball. Like, we don't have any of those commercials anymore. We don't have any of that. Like, you look up to these like role model and icons in the NBA. You know, you don't have that with Nike athletes. Like, I don't even know who's a Nike athlete anymore that I'm like looking up to. Like Zion. Like, I wouldn't be like, I want to be just like Zion. Like, it just doesn't. They don't have that there. Like, there's no, and it's not their fault. It's not the athlete's fault. It's Nike marketing not doing the right thing. That's my opinion. You guys can let me know if I'm totally off. But what's your favorite shoe? I'm gonna tell you in 1 second. What's your favorite pair of the year so far? Yeah, I'll answer both questions at the same time. Sneaker of the year, I said at the very beginning of the stream. Close runner up, boom, and then runner up to that. Yeah, here it is. Runner up to that is here. These are the top three right here. For me, undefeated, probably get in here. There's other shoes that could get in here, but to me, this is the holy trinity for 2025, in my opinion. You got a little bit of OG, like you can't not have this in the top three. People might put black metallic 5s in there, but white cement 4s are better. Unions, these can be had for a good price. These were at retail at one point. Like, forget the hype. This is just a good shoe. Chicago Shadow, can't go wrong. And then massive hype, but nice shoe. Just good shoe, good quality. If you guys don't have it in hand, the quality on those Nigels, I was very impressed. What else we got in here, man? I'm gonna read a couple more comments. I got 8 more minutes on here. So favorite shoe of all time. It's all over the place. But for me, I can't get to it right now. Black Infrared 6, 2000, one of the first pairs I ever got in my life. Fantastic shoe. Dress it up, dress it down. Remember, a lot of the younger generation now, they are reaching back and trying to find those gems that I myself had worn. Look at the jerseys, also baggy jeans, 100%. All these things are cyclical, right? They all go in circles, right? So you're going to see stuff from early 2000s, 80s, whatever it is. They're always going to make their little turns, right? They're always going to come back around. So 100%. You're seeing Y2K fashion huge right now. You're seeing kids doing stuff that we all did when we were kids or when we were young adults or whatever it is. So it's just interesting to see. And we're going to keep seeing that in our lifetime, like over and over and over again. Like Jordan 1s had their moment. Jordan 1s had their moment, and Jordan 1s are not having their moment right now. Give it some time. Jordan 1s will have their moment. Again, I'm not saying it's going to be in 5 years or 10 years. It could be in 15 years or whatever, and we're wearing skinny jeans all over again. Not us, not me, but people are wearing skinny jeans. Cool people are wearing skinny jeans and Jordan 1s. And like that's what it is. And we're going to look back and be like, oh yeah, I remember that 20 years ago. I was wearing skinny jeans and Jordan 1s, and now it's back again. And they redo the storytelling again. I mean, it's just such, it's nothing like crazy, like mind-blowing stuff. Like it's all kind of the same thing over and over and over again. But I'm not going to rant about that. That's not the point of this. What up, bro? What did I just roll up on? I can't tell you, sir. You're gonna have to jump in the stream and maybe watch the recording afterwards. I just been talking. Emery Black, and once you scratch 3 of them, you might as well use the shoe as grass cutting shoes. Yes, sir. I think you're talking about this. Just a weird shoe, bad shoe. I appreciate you guys jumping in the live. I do have a couple other shoes, but I'm not going to show you what they are. I'm more excited about what I haven't shown you because I'm going to make some specific YouTube content around them. A few of them are non-Jordan shoes. Something that I'm kind of redirecting some of my love and energy into. Jordan will always be number one. Right now, it's kind of taking a little bit of back seat because as I get older, I want to explore different things that are comfortable for my feet. So I'm starting to check out different brands and explore them. And right now, I have picked up a couple things I'm gonna do specific YouTube shorts on. So if you guys aren't watching the YouTube shorts, I drop them 3 times a week on YouTube. I try to do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So appreciate any love you want to give to those and check them out. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for the end of the live. If you guys have any other questions, drop them in the comments right now. If not, thank you for watching. I will be trying to do another live very soon, and appreciate all your support. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Okay, have a great week ahead, guys. Take care.